Good morning. Hello. My name is David Walters. I am the Special Projects Director at People Magazine, and I'm very happy to be here. Incidentally, I'm also very happy to be wearing a headset mic. It's a small dream realized. But as I said, I'm the Special Projects Director at People, and one of those projects that I have the pleasure of working on each year is Companies That Care. And Companies That Care is an annual list that we publish in partnership with Great Place to Work that highlights and celebrates companies that go above and beyond for their employees, for their communities, for their customers, and for the world. And I'm also very happy today to be joined by Brian Cornell, Target CEO, and Tea Darden, who is, I want to get this right, a team leader, executive team leader at Target's Lake Street store in Minneapolis. So thank you both for joining me. I buried the lead, and I will back up and say that the reason we are here today is because we were very happy that Target was number one on the list of 2022 Companies That Care. So I'll jump right in, and I will start with you, Brian. A broad question, impossible, especially in the time we have, but how would you define Target's company culture, and how did you land on that as a guiding principle?
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having us here. We're both excited to be joining you, and we certainly appreciate the recognition. T, we talk about culture a lot at Target. And David, we spent time actually at the start of the pandemic thinking about how do we make sure we define our company culture. For years and years, I'm going into my 9th holiday season at Target. People have always talked about the unique culture within the company. But we said we need to make sure we have a common language that we use. And it wasn't something that I defined. It was really driven by listening to our teams and spending lots of time in listening sessions, getting feedback from our team members. And we kept hearing kind of 3 consistent themes. One was a culture that starts with care. And I'll come back to that. But that care element for us has been so important over the last couple of years as we lived and worked through the pandemic. The second element is growth. And both from a top-line standpoint, but importantly, personal development, creating great careers at Target. And then one of the fundamentals of our culture is winning together and recognizing that to be a great company, every part of the organization has to work as one. So this cultural connection, it's really been a point of alignment for 400,000 team members in 50 states across the country.
That's great. T, I want to throw to you. You have a remarkable story, so that's my question to you. Can you tell us a bit about your backstory? You've been with the company for nearly 2 decades.
Yes, so like you said, almost 2 decades. This spring will be 20 years. So I started at Target. I was in high school, worked there weekends and nights, just making extra money through school for my sports and helping with family. Started out as a cashier and just kind of went through the chains there. And when we talk about care, I think that's where it really comes in. Like, leaders saw the potential there and kind of just helped me go through the motions. So from a team member to a specialist to a team leader, and now to an executive team leader. It's just been an awesome journey being at Target and just having those different leaders like really care and dig deep and be like, you can do this, and pushing you to that next step.
I want to follow up there. As you're sitting here and when you hear Brian talk about a culture of caring, what does that mean to you now, having been in this family for so long?
For sure. And when you say that word family, that's the first thing that comes to mind at Target. No matter what store, HQ, wherever you are, it's like a big family there. We all look out for each other. The teams, the guests, everyone, our communities, like we just really come together for each other.
That's great. Now, I want to ask you about a specific program, the Dream to Be program. This is Target's debt-free education assistance, and I'll let you chime in on this as well, but this is something that you took advantage of. Can you tell us a little about when and why you decided to pursue that?
Absolutely. So Dream to Be, heard about it probably just a little over a year ago. And I'm like, okay, this sounds good. Let's dig into this a little bit more. So getting my college degree has been something that I've really wanted to do, like one of my main goals. And life happens, taking care of family, finances, all the different things. So when I saw this, I was like, all right, here we go. It's a new start. So I reached out to one of the Guild education advisors, shot over my email, and it's like, okay, how do I start here? Where do we go? They called me right away, and next thing you know, probably in like a week, I was registered for classes and started my first semester.
So what's the goal there? What do you think this is allowing you to accomplish?
It's going to allow me to accomplish the goal that I've wanted, having that degree, being able to further my education. And one of the main reasons, like going back just for myself and like accomplishing that one thing for me, but also being able to let my children see, like, you can do so much more, keep chasing those dreams no matter what obstacles come your way, no matter how old you are, do what it is that you wanted to do.
And Brian, how does that feel to you, just to in the moment hear say that? It must be exactly what the goal of the program was.
Yeah. Well, we spent some time together this summer. I was visiting her store, and we ended up connecting and walking around together, and she told me her story. She grew up in the neighborhood where she works today. She's raised her children in that neighborhood, almost 20 years at Target. But I remember the smile on your face then, and it's still here today when you talked about taking advantage of the debt-free educational assistance program and going back to school and getting her degree and her aspirations to continue to grow at the company. So to me, she typifies what we want to bring to our team members across the entire company. But today, she's a role model that I hope thousands of others follow and say, I can do this as well. I can have a rewarding career at Target. I can raise my family. I can work at a community where I feel at home. And Target's going to help me grow. So I wanted to thank you for being such a great role model for thousands of other team members across the country.
Yes, thank you.
I don't even know if I'm supposed to clap. So, T, this might be an obvious question, but what has kept you at Target for so long?
I think just kind of going back to where we started, just that caring, the helping you grow. Like I said, I started out as a team member 20 years ago, and I was a teenager then and had no idea that I'd still be with Target as a leader today. So just having those leaders there, like helping you truly grow and win each and every day is one thing that keeps me there.
Now, they tell me that you have studied organizational leadership.
Yes.
Which seems very appropriate. So I'm wondering if you can cite an example of something that you've learned there that you've actually been able to go back and help a younger team member, a younger Target team member.
Yep, so the program it's a business management program, but specifically in organizational leadership. And it's pretty cool because all of my classes, I'm pretty much learning something that I can take back to the stores every day. So prime example, I'm taking a public speaking class right now.
T, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. So yeah, and the other thing is, like, in a lot of the classes, I'm learning a lot about just being able to connect with people. Like, the business will always be there, and we're going to learn all of those things as we go, but those true connections with our team and just, leading at a different level and leading a different type of way, especially with the times that we're going through right now, to have those connections.
Brian, I'll let you wrap up. I have one last question. How is T reflective of the broader Target culture? What does she represent to you and to the entire family?
I think it just typifies this commitment we have to culture and caring and making sure that we care for the communities we serve, for the guests we serve, but we care for our team each and every day. We provide growth opportunities, personal growth, and together we're going to continue to build for the future, and we'll win together. So I can't tell you how proud I am of you You did a great job on this big stage today.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out here to Orlando.
Thank you.
Well, thank you both for talking. This was an honor, and congratulations to Target being #1 on People's 2022 Companies That Care list.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, Tyler.
You were great.